Fresh clashes have erupted in India over a controversial citizenship law for minorities, despite government efforts to push back. Tensions boiled over in Lucknow when police stopped hundreds of people on their way to a planned protest.
And this comes after a day of violence that claimed at least 3 lives, bringing the death toll to 9. Thousands took to the streets nationwide, many defying temporary bans on public gatherings.
Water cannons were deployed in at least one city. Authorities have detained hundreds of people so far. Our correspondent Ishan Garg has been staying on top of developments, and he joins us now from New Delhi. Ishan, what can you tell us about the renewed unrest today?
The protests in Delhi today have been rather peaceful. What we saw yesterday were massive protests organized all across New Delhi by a variety of groups, civil society groups and political parties alike. But today there was a massive protest at Jama Masjid, a rather iconic location in Old Delhi, and it was a largely Muslim protest, and it was very non-violent. It was very peaceful, very calm. The people were chanting slogans against the ruling party BJP, but they were doing so very peacefully. In the past few days, we have seen a shift in the way that people have been protesting after the violence broke out in Jamia Millia University in New Delhi. The past few days have been rather quiet in New Delhi itself, and the attention of the people has also shifted sort of from the citizenship bill to another bill that has been promised by the BJP, the National Register of Citizens. And now the people are kind of getting more informed about the troubles that they're going to face potentially in the future. So now they also have a wider idea of what's going to happen to them, and now they're also turning up in bigger numbers. But in other parts of India, the protests have been rather violent, as you pointed out, in northeast, in northern India, and in some cities in the South India, the protests have taken a rather violent turn.
Ishan, you mentioned their protests have taken a violent turn, although in New Delhi there has seen a shift. How are authorities, though, reacting to the protests so far?
It's kind of a mixed reaction from the authorities, really, and they are they're resorting to a number of tactics, really, as we've seen in New Delhi and also in other parts of India, for example, Lucknow and in Bangalore. That the first thing they seem to do is to shut off the internet so that communication can neither go in or go out from the locations where people are protesting. In northern parts of India, the police have also taken to some level of brutality. The police, of course, deny any such claims that anything has been done from their side, but videos emerged on Indian national media today where it showed stones being pelted by the protesters and the police at the same event. While in other parts of India, for example in Delhi, the police have been rather well coordinated, and they've been using high-tech equipment like drones, as we saw today in New Delhi, to surveil the area from afar, to let the protesters have their ground and have the opportunity to demonstrate what they're protesting against.
All right, thanks for that update. Ishan Garg there speaking to us from New Delhi.